Next, we are going to create the doors. Let's start with the front door. Zoom in a little bit. Click here. Choose the curve. Move it to the midpoint and tap Extrude Curve in the command box. Make sure solid is yes, both sides is yes. Type 1 inch. Enter. Now we get a 2 inches wide door because it was extruded 1 inch in both directions. Add a sub-layer in the elevation layer. Name is door. And add a sub-layer in the door layer. Name is board. Change the color of the layer. Let's use this blue one. Since we already selected the object, so right-click on the board layer. Change object layer. Then turn off the board layer. Click here. Select curve. Let's create a trim for the door by using offset function. But before that, we want to delete this part of the curve, the bottom part. Type delete subcurve in the command box. Click the endpoint and click on this endpoint. If we select the curve now, we can see this part of the curve was removed. Now type offset in the command box. Enter. Make sure cut is flat. We use 2 inches. Enter. And click outward. Then type extrude curve in the command box. Make sure solid is yes, both sides yes, and type 3.5 inches. Enter. Let's see. Now we get the trim of the door. Add a sub-layer in door layer. Name it trim. Change the color of the layer. Let's go blue and use this one. Okay. Select the extrusion. Right-click on the trim layer. Change object layer. And now turn on the board layer. Next, we want to have a knob on the door. Go down solid to sphere. We are going to use the center radius. Now turn off the trim layer and rotate a little bit. Zoom in. Click on the midpoint of the wall and tap to 1 inches. Enter. Click it. Choose surface. Click on the right arrow and use the -2 inches. Enter. Then we're going to add a sub-layer in the door layer. Name it knob. Right-click on the knob layer. Change object layer. And turn on the trim layer. Now it looks like a door. After that, rotate the view. We are going to work on our back door. Type rectangle in the command box. Enter. 3 points. So the first point will be at this point, end point. And go this way. Tap the 1 to 6 inches. Enter. Click direction. And then next, click on this point, end. Now select the curve, move it to the midpoint. Type offset in the command box. Make sure cap is flat, and we are going to use the 3 inches enter and click inward. Holding Shift key, click on this curve and type extrude curve in the command box. Make sure solid is yes, both sides is yes. And for this one, we are going to use the 1 inches enter. Zoom in a little bit, click on this curve and go to Surface Tools and Surface from Planar Curves. Then add 2 sub-layers in the door layer. Name it glass and sash. Change the color of the layers. Glass, I'm going to use the red, and the sash, I'm going to use this one. Select the surface, right-click on the glass layer, change object layer. Then click on the extrusion, right-click on sash layer, change subject layer. Zoom in a little bit, holding Control key and the Shift key. Select on the small one. Let's move 9 inches up. Now we got the first piece of the door. Holding Shift key, select the surface and the extrusion. Type copy in the command box. Enter. Click on this end point and then find this end point and find this end point. And finally, this end point. Enter. And now we got our door. The next thing is to create a trim for the door. Turn off the door layer. Click here. Select curve. Don't forget we need to remove this part of the curve. So type delete subcurve in the command box. Click from this point to this endpoint. Select curve. Move it to the midpoint. And offset it outward. So make sure the cap is flat and type 2 inches, enter. Click outward. And now type extrude curve in the command box. Make sure solid is yes, both sides is yes. So 3.5 inches, enter. Now select the extrusion. Right click on the trim layer. Change object layer. Now, if we turn on the door layer, we can see our back door was complete. Well, let me know if you have any questions. See you next time.